Johnny, what does track mean to you?
You know, track means to me that it's a lifestyle. It's something that you do, live, and breathe. You know, you're either born to run it, you're either born to just go out and train as hard as you can every day, wear yourself down, get beat down, and come back the next day willing to come back out and do the same thing over and over again for that glory of winning first or getting set, or just coming out and seeing everyone, you know, running against the top-notch guys and getting first and that gold. It's just going for the gold.
That was so touching.
Mowgli, aka Jonathan. What are the differences between track and cross country?
In track, you run laps on the track, you know, racing depending on what event you do. And then across country, it's a course, usually at some park or something, and you go over hills, grass, dirt, anything.
Okay, and why is track more known than cross country?
I think it's more known because cross country is out in the woods and stuff, so it's only if you do it or, you know, or have friends or family who does it that you actually really know about it or go watch it. And even when you do go watch it, you don't see much of it because it's not like track where it's just around a stadium and you see the runners 24/7. They're just there the whole time. You see them when they start, you see them when they finish.
Do you think it's easier because it's also, you know, it's also more like Olympic, you know, you see it on Olympics,
Yeah,
you know, televised, you know, it's easier to get more exposure that way than like going, like having somebody like film and running along with you guys basically?
Yeah, definitely. It's easier for the media to use it. It's more accessible to the camera.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and what are the different training techniques that you have done so far that is different from cross country and track? What would you say?
So in cross country, everyone runs the same race.
Okay.
So for example, since we're a community college at this level, we run a 4-mile course, and so everyone trains the same way. You do long distance, and you have your faster days, and then you have your hill days, just to build strength to go over the course. In track, it all depends on where you're going to specialize in, because most cross-country runners that go into track, they either specialize anywhere between the 800 meters and the 10,000 meters. So that's a big gap. So if you're going to do the 10K, you do a lot more distance training, and it's not as fast. And if you're going to do the 800, you do a lot of speed training.
Okay. And what do you run?
I run anywhere between the 15 to the 5K.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. This is Marcus, who's on the track team. Alright. He also does cross country. And what year are you here at the Anza?
Sophomore.
You're a sophomore, okay. So, Marcus, what is the difference between track and cross country?
Cross country, you run a lot more. Track has multiple events, where cross country is typically just like a one route pace.
Okay.
Continue on.
Okay. What do you run in track?
4x4, 800, 1500. Just recently ran a 5K, and I throw javelin.
Are you better than Ricky?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what the?
How is the terrain different? Like, what is the difference between the terrain and?
Oh, yeah, big difference. Track, you run it on pretty much like a straight surface, pretty much in a loop. Cross country, you still run that loop, but it's the elevations change. I mean, it's cross country for a reason. I mean, you're going to go through different elevations, different terrain. You're going to encounter more of it like a natural environment.
And how is the training different from track? Cross country training versus track training.
Cross country, you pretty much just run. You're just gonna run and run. With track, depends on your event itself. You can do, you know, some distant workouts. You can do some short distant workouts. You can do sprinter workouts. It pretty much depends on what you run in track. But in cross country, you're running long distance regardless.
Okay. And what do you think is more? Obviously, a lot more people know about track than they do cross country, and why do you think that is? Because it's easier to televise, or why? You know?
I think I would believe it's definitely easier to televise because you can pretty much fit in an event in a one single shot. Where cross country, you have, you know, you can still get it done, but there's more cameras involved, different areas to watch after. And with track, I believe it's more of a global participation than cross country is.
Okay, and then in your defense, which is the easier sport to do and why?
Oh, definitely track.
Okay.
I mean, because you don't have to go run off into pretty much much the woods or run, you know, for extremely long distance or anything like that. So I mean, I just believe that the track is a lot easier.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, guys, this is Ricky Ricardo. He's on the Anza track team. He also runs here at Anza for cross country. All right, Ricky. So tell me a little bit about cross country and the differences between track and cross country.
Well, cross country is more of a longer distance sport than track and field, which is multiple events, or you can do just what you do. Cross country, like high school wise, is like 2-3 mile races involving hills, different terrains.
What type of terrains are we talking about?
There's like gravel, there's like trails, there's grass.
Okay.
You had to jump over hay sometimes.
Okay.
The track and field is just around the track.
Okay. No obstacles, no like dirt, no nothing?
Well, since I'm a steeple-chaser here at the Anza.
What's a steeplechase?
3,000 steeplechase, which is basically 2 miles with wooden hurdles, barriers, and a water jump.
How many barriers are we talking about?
There's 5, 4. There's 3, and then the water pit.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
And you do 7.5 laps.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty long. Why do you think track and field is more popular, you know, and more people know about it than people know about cross country until they get into high school usually? Why do you figure that?
Well, cross country you can't really film the whole race because you can if you're running with them. You have like a camera on.
Like a GoPro? Like a GoPro?
A Jeep is like filming a guy on a bike, but
Okay.
it's just a long course. Like, who's gonna go around filming a freaking 3 mile course?
Okay.
While in track, it's just a giant loop, and you can see everything that's happening, and so it's just right.
It's more compact in track than it is in
There's
cross.
less people in the events in track, while in cross country, it's just armies of kids.
So it's hard to pick out that one guy that you want to show.
Like, say you want to show the top guy, he's gonna be way
Or
out.
like cross country, like what would you associate the events wise for a cross country?
You mean like sprinting wise?
Either sprinting or whatever you see in events that are here, like.
So there's a 5K, which in high school that was what I actually did cross country my senior year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And so the 5K was like the thing that you would run. Now I think a bit longer, but there's a 10K out there which is really long. The 1500, which is like a mile, is kind of but not as much.
Is that more of a sprint than a?
I think so. I think it's more of a fast stride.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Sam. So what are these right here that you're showing me?
My track spikes.
And why are they?
Sprinting spikes.
Why are they called sprinting spikes and they're not like what Ricky has and those are more distance? Why?
So for him, he has more support like down here,
Okay.
like all right here. There's like some support here for us, but for sprinters you gotta be on your toes all the time.
Okay. Okay.
So like that,
Okay.
and that's why there's like not as much support back here. But they're like for Ricky's, for these.
No, cross country is the same thing, but it's just all one material. It doesn't have this hard stuff or the spikes.
Okay, so these are all the same. So these right here would be the same, except with just no spikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd basically be
like.
the same bottom as this, but
same, like-
smaller and lighter.
Okay, so this is the difference between Ricky's spikes, which have more support in the back and they're lighter than Sam's because she's a sprinter and he's a long distance, and these are just the same thing without the spikes. You can
Those
use
are
these.
meant to be on your toes more, whereas these you have support. You can
Kind
go
of
on
fall
your
back.
Okay, and then this is the same material they would use for cross country, but without the spikes. You could use these for cross country technically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ricky. So what are you showing me here, Ricky? What are these
Here
shoes?
are my training running shoes.
Okay, why are they so good for running, like to train in?
Well, they're just regular training. You just run, you know. These are for use when you go on your long runs.
Why are they used for your long runs? Like, you know, is it just to help for your arch support or what?
Yeah, it helps my arch support, and I am light on my feet, so I got their lighter stability and everything.
Okay. And how long have you had these shoes?
I've had them for like 4 months. About.
Do you change your shoe? Do you change your running shoes a lot? Or no?
I change every 500 miles.
500 miles. Okay. And then what are these?
About like 380.
Those are 380 now. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're gonna need to change them soon, huh?
And then these are my track spikes.
Okay.
I do my interval workouts since I have another pair of these.
Okay. So
And these are actual racing shoes, but
they're racing.
yeah.
Okay.
They're lighter.
Then why is there? What are those things on the bottom of them? Those great things.
These are the spikes. These get you traction to the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
So that digs into the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas these, you run a race in them, they're just going to be really heavy.
So
and
do you
it's not gonna
use
get
these right here for just the
I use
cross
these-
country?
Yeah, you just this is what you only use in cross country.
Okay.
But for races, you get flats without spikes.
And why? Why is that? Why don't you have spikes?
Spikes are illegal in cross country.
Okay. Do they give you an advantage or?
Some might say that, and you can spike others.
Okay, because there's so many kids in an event,
Yeah.
right?
And then
Okay.
whereas in track, everyone's using spikes.
Okay.
And mine are just a bit torn
Beat
up.
down, torn up.
These are racing shoes, but I have 2 pairs, so I use these for interval workouts. You can tell they're just gone.
Okay. All right. So what all you guys are seeing here is the track and field meet. It says very big meet. This is at CSM. This is discus right here. Right here. Everyone's throwing discus over here. Everyone's at the stands waiting for the 4x4, which is a 400. But it's 4 people running 400. It's a mile. It's a relay. It's a really long distance. It's for everyone to just show out how it's the best one of the year of the meet. So yeah, and this right here is the type of the terrain you see when you run that track. It's on the track, obviously. There's different track styles there, you know. So yeah, sorry guys, I just got done running a race. All right guys, this is Kendra Higgins and Lauren. They're on the Anza track team, also on the cross country team. So Kendra, what are the differences between cross country and track?
Cross country, there's more of a terrain difference. In track, you just go around a 400-meter circle and for as many times as your event is.
For cross country, the terrain's like this.
Okay, so
Straight uphill.
Lots of hills.
okay, and I guess joining us today is also Odyssey. She's a cross country and track runner for Anza.
It's an interview?
Yes.
What's the difference between track and cross country?
So
Oh my god, huge difference. For one, you have fun in cross country, okay? 2, it's very scenic. Like, you know, you got stuff to look at. It's
And
not
it goes
just-
by a lot quicker.
But you connect
than
with
track.
nature.
Yes, you connect with dirt, rocks, trees.
Sometimes you fall over the rocks, but it's okay.
You get right back up and keep going.
And literally, if it's raining, it's probably the best race of your life.
okay, and then why is track more known than cross country? Why would you say?
Because it's an Olympic sport.
Actually, to be honest, cross country is to train for track. That's why like colleges like recruit people during track season because most likely they're training during cross country.
Okay.
At least distance runners.
So why is
track, come on.
why is track more noticeable than, you know, why is it easier to record and televise than cross country?
Because it's
All
more
the
than,
events are right there.
yeah, it's more than just long distance. It's more like an all-around event thing.
It features every type of athlete.
Yeah. 'Cause there's throwing, and then there's jumping, long distance, and sprints.
Okay, and then so on the other hand, all right, Big Mike. So why is track harder than cross country?
Well, all you do in cross country is freaking run up and down hills and stuff and act like you're some skinny kid. But we all know everybody does cross country to try and get skinny and not be a fat kid no more. Track is for the real athletes. We don't just like jog the entire time. We got sprinting, we got jumping, we got throwing. Most important is throwing.
Are you a thrower, Mike?
So I'm not a runner. I can't run. 200 pounds. 255.
So, why is track such a great sport?
Well, it's a great sport because fat people can throw stuff real far and like be athletic and make a lot of money. And I get to take my shirt off in practice and nobody looks at me weird. And I get to look at all the girls and I'm like, what now? What are you? What?
All right, Mike. Thank you.